president might be on the verge, even on the eve, of submitting written answers to Robert Mueller as part of his investigation. But at the same time, the president venting his frustration with the whole thing, taking to Twitter this morning for some particularly vitriolic tweets. The president writing, "The inner workings of the Mueller investigation are a total mess. They have found no collusion and have gone absolutely nuts. They are screaming and shouting at people, horribly threatening them to come up with the answers they want. They are a disgrace to our nation and don't care how many lives they ruin." The president also tweeting, "Universities will someday study what highly conflicted and not Senate-approved Bob Mueller and his gang of Democrat thugs have done to destroy people. Why is he protecting crooked Hillary, Comey, McCabe, Lisa Page, and her lover Peter Strzok, and all of his friends on the other side?" The president and his attorneys are making a final decision in the next 24 to 48 hours as to whether or not they will give Robert Mueller the written answers to questions that he is looking for and what answers they might give to him. I'm told that they are positively inclined to do it. They could do it as soon as tomorrow. But as anything happens around here at the White House, or as with anything that happens around here at the White House, Sandra, subject to change.
John, of course. And what more do we know about the top White House aide that Melania called out?
Yeah, her name is Mira Ricardel. She was the chief of staff to the National Security Council. She was a trusted aide of National Security Advisor John Bolton, but she ran afoul of the First Lady's staff, and I'm told just about everybody else in the West Wing. So she has now been relieved of her duties at the National Security Council, but she is being parked elsewhere in the administration. We don't yet know where she is going to land. Her portfolio is going to be picked up by Rear Admiral Doug Fears, who is currently the Homeland Security Advisor in the NSC. So he'll be wearing two hats for a while, and a lovely hat that he has as well. And while the president told the Daily Caller in an interview that he has not yet made a decision whether to replace DHS Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen, the president is considering some other candidates, Fox News is told. Names that have been floated include the current TSA administrator, David Pekoski, who, like Fears, is a former Coast Guard, as well as the former Homeland Security Advisor, Tom Bossert. Remember him? He was here at the White House for a long period of time and then was removed in the transition between H.R. McMaster and John Bolton. Some of the other things that are being talked about, potentially removing Wilbur Ross from the Commerce Department as secretary. One of the names that has been floated to possibly replace him, if there were to be a change made, is the Small Business Administrator Linda McMahon. The president is really a huge fan of hers. James Mattis, I'm told, is likely going to be staying where he is. And the president is in no hurry, Sandra, to replace Jeff Sessions as Attorney General. He's got Matt Whitaker in there. He can leave him in for 200 days under the statute, and he is not planning on getting rid of him at any time soon.